Let's go.
Well, it's Sunday morning, July 9th, my birthday, and I'm leaving Santiago early in the morning in the square here from the cathedral. It's a very different story than what we saw yesterday, which is kind of nice. But I'm on my way to Finisterre. Well, it's Sunday morning, so it's really quiet. I mean, the trek out of Santiago is very different than my trek into it. Very few people on the streets right now, and I'm leaving later than I normally leave. I'm about an hour and a half later than I would typically leave, but I was in a room in the albergue that had some people that I guess were out celebrating late last night, because they did come in late, and they didn't seem to be in any hurry to get up this morning, and I didn't want to disturb them, so I just went ahead and slept in about an hour longer than I normally would. But I'm on my way now. About time for me to check my GPS, because I'm not sure if I go right or straight right here, so let me check my GPS. So actually, as I was editing that video that I took yesterday and uploading it, I don't know. I was indeed disappointed with the circus atmosphere, or Disney World atmosphere, once I got to Santiago, or even before I got there. But as I was editing the video and watching myself comment, suddenly got this vision of myself as a grouchy old man, and so yeah, I mean, it was indeed a circus with all the tourists and all the things directed toward the tourism and everything. But the bottom line is, I'm one of them. I'm one of those tourists. So you know, I have to be critical of myself as well. Which way does the trail go? I think it goes this way. So I have to, you know, I have to own it, I guess. I'm one of those tourists. But I have always thought a lot about my travels, and the impact that my travels have on not just the places I'm going, but just the world in general. Getting into a plane and flying from continent to continent, you know, is not necessarily the best thing for the environment. And so that's why I got my Pebble, and actually went for a year and a half using only my Pebble as my transportation, which, you know, had a zero carbon footprint. And so I thought that was a good way to offset my air travel. And then I always try to avoid the main tourist attractions. A lot of them where the actual revenues are not necessarily going to the local communities. I try to accommodate local businesses, and so that the people in these communities benefit from my visits. So I'm out of breath now because I'm going up a pretty steep incline. So I think I might continue this conversation later. Well, that incline that just took my breath away, turned out that it wasn't even the Camino, that place where I wasn't sure whether I should turn or not. Turns out to be the place where I should have turned, and it's taking me through a really interesting place right now, which doesn't seem correct. Nope, this obviously is not it either. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna have to get out my GPS again and get things figured out. Okay, I managed to find the trail. I was off by about, I was on a parallel trail that was a dead end, actually. So but now I'm on the actual Camino. So, but as I was saying earlier, I need to, all these other things that I've been reflecting on, my hiking of the AT and moving to Mexico and all these other things, I need to think about who I am as a traveler, what my motives are, even for traveling. I actually started all this, as an educator, and decided that it was a great way for me to globalize my curriculum and help my students realize their own global citizenship and the opportunities that await them in this world that we all share, and the responsibilities that come along with that, to be good stewards of the global environment and all of that stuff. And so, as far as my initial motivations for travel, I don't feel bad about that. I think that I've been traveling for good reasons, and so now that I am retired, at least as an educator, why do I continue to travel? Well, this is actually my first adventure in retirement, and this was meant to be kind of a transition for me, and then and I think just out of habit, I've gone ahead and booked another trip to Australia and New Zealand in a few months, and but now I really do have to ask myself, why am I doing it? I like challenging myself, and certainly, the AT is going to be a big challenge, and even the Camino has been a challenge for me, and I feel good that I've done it, and so I need to, if I'm going to continue, in fact, the whole reason I chose Mexico to retire was that I thought, that might make a nice hub from which I can continue to travel, but I'm not sure if I can continue to justify at least the same kind of travel that I have been doing. So stay tuned to find out, maybe what the Camino has taught me about my own life as a tourist. Okay, I'm finally leaving the city of Santiago. Looks like I'm going to walk through a little neighborhood, and looks like pretty soon I'm going to have a hill to climb. So, but it's kind of nice sort of being on the Camino again. Yesterday was a little different, but I'm out here by myself again. Most of the people, I think, most of the people we saw yesterday only did the last 100 kilometers, I suspect, or maybe not even that. Might have been just a lot of tourists in there, and but most of them, even if they might have done the entire Camino de Francais as I did, probably elected not to go on to Finisterre. So actually, I think I might see a couple of pilgrim around the corner there. So, but anyway, this is much more like what I'm accustomed to. But I'll give a little more reflection later about how things went yesterday. Okay, so I've been hiking for a couple hours now, and finally came across a place where I could get some coffee, juice, a little pastry, rehydrate, and get back on the trail. So it looks like I'm gonna, the albergues and things are a bit farther apart now because there's not as many people, I guess, that hike this part of the Camino out to Finisterre, so there's not many accommodations. So it looks like I'm gonna probably have to hike at least another 3 hours before I get to the first albergue, at least the first one that's showing up on my Far Out app. All those charts and everything that were causing me so much confusion don't actually cover this part of the trail, so maybe that's a good thing. I won't be getting confused by them, but I will be relying a lot more on what my Far Out app says as far as where I can expect to find an albergue. However, doesn't seem to be comprehensive. So it could be that I may end up passing some albergues that are not listed on the Far Out, but we'll see. But it looks like I'm going to be hiking for at least another 3 hours before I get to the first albergue that's at least appearing on my Far Out app. So, yep, looks like I was right. It's going to be up and over this ridge coming up. So that'll be fun. Okay, yeah, as I said, I've got about 3 more hours of hiking, and it looks like pretty soon a lot of that hiking is going to be up over that ridge there. Okay, I just completed the first of what's going to be 2 summits for me today, and I'm entering a town, Caballo. I'm sure I didn't pronounce it correctly, but best I could. Okay, this is a cool little town. I'm still not at my destination today. I have maybe about another hour before I get to where I'm going to spend the night, but this is a nice little town. So I thought I should get a little short video. Let's see what else is around the corner here. Hola. All right, I'm almost to today's destination. I'm gonna have to do a small ascent here. I don't think it's gonna be anything too outrageous, but I'm thinking I'm about at least within 30 minutes of my destination. I'm thinking. We'll see. So I told the mayor it was my birthday today, and they decided to throw a little party for me.